Good morning, Eagle Nation. It is Monday, the 17th of April, and the 151st day of school. Let's join together today in just a moment of silence. Thank you. And now your morning announcements.
It's been a long road getting from there to here. It's been a long time, but my time is finally near. And I will see my dream come alive at last. I will touch the sky, and they're not gonna hold me down no more. No, they're not gonna change my mind, 'cause I've got faith of the heart.
Faith of the heart. I hope that you do too. Wherever you may be, please stop and stand. Let's rise together for this morning's Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. It's a Monday, and we've only got a few of these left. So we're going to stay with our routine of doing 10 push-ups every day because it's 1% of aggregate gains. The habit is more valuable than the push-ups themselves. Think about what you could substitute in place of this particular habit and the difference it would make if you did it every day for just a little bit. Today, we're joined in the studio with Mr. Jason Parsons as we continue our celebration of Autism Awareness Month. So, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, so I'm Jason Parsons. I was diagnosed with autism at the age of 40 back in 2009, and so I'm now currently an IA working in the autism self-contained classrooms.
All right. So I've asked Jason if he would join us today. Many of you may not have had the opportunity to meet him yet, but we're fortunate to have his experiences be integrated into the work that we do with all of our students here at Emerson. So I asked Jason if he would be interested in sharing with all of you if he could summarize his life as an autistic in one word. So he's going to share that with you.
And that one word, excuse me, that one would be paradox, okay? Because I was tested as having 140 IQ back in third grade, which means I'm a borderline genius. I should get straight A's, maybe a rare B, but I should have had straight A's throughout school. Instead, I graduated with a 1.9 GPA, which means I got C's and D's. And that's what I've dealt with all my life is that, people see me for my genius and hold my genius against me when I struggle. And so throughout school, I was accused of being lazy, unmotivated, and all this other stuff. And the reality is I actually had learning disabilities. Okay, back in 2015, I had I had an assessment test done by Voc Rehab, and my literacy skills, reading and writing, so on and so forth, are only at a 6th grade level. And yet I am one of the most knowledgeable individuals on autism, as well as a number of other subjects that have become of great importance to me. And so that's one of the things to recognize is that we have some really brilliant students in our autism classrooms, who need special support, and yet one of them is a 2nd grader who knows all the planets. And he's been assigning planetary names to all of us. Okay, so he's designating himself as Mercury. I'm the Sun. Mr. Lovelady is Venus. Coach T is the black hole, which is actually maybe the highest honor because he's been fascinated with black holes, okay? So she probably has the highest honor by being designated the black hole, and yet this boy, I obviously can't go into detail why he needs the extra support, but yes, he definitely needs extra support. And so when I look at him, it's like, okay, he definitely, has, gifted in the area right now of astronomy. Doesn't mean he's going to keep that interest, but right now he's showing interest in astronomy, and he also has a crazy imagination. And so, so that's what I focus on when I picture what he might be. I don't picture the issues that have led him to be placed in our class. I'm looking at how could these abilities possibly be used in his future as a future vocation. We have another student who as a first grader last year does remarkable work sculpting dinosaurs out of Play-Doh and clay. And I actually told his mom, no, this is high enough quality. She should actually sell them, because they are actually of high quality. And we have another student. I refer to her as my art major. She has always loved art, and this is what when I see these kids, I don't see the struggles that have led them to be placed in our room. I see the potential that they could have. If we can, figure out, just how to nullify those struggles. At least get them under control enough so we can then focus on how to take their natural abilities and their natural gifts and develop them, so that way that will be what they're defined by, not by their struggles, not by the reason why they're in our classes, but by their potential, which they do have.
All right, so and the word one more time is?
Paradox.
Paradox. It's a great word for all of you to know and learn and understand. And we're going to be celebrating throughout this week and next. And on Wednesday of next week, that's April the 26th, between 10:30 and 12:30, all of you are going to get the chance to participate in our Autism Walk, which will be all over the campus, and it will culminate here in our main courtyard. We have some other surprises and some other things to do to not just accept autism, but to celebrate and to recognize it. Really, all of us have differences, and that we all need help at different times in different ways, and we should be able to do that for each other. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Let's get to some words of wisdom so you can get to the business of teaching and learning today. And today is on the topic of completing a project and success. So imagine this. Someone places in front of you all the parts and pieces of an automobile and says, okay, I want you to put this car together. You'd probably say, there's no way I can put that together by myself. But what if there were 50 people to help you and each one took a different job? That's exactly what Henry Ford did when he invented the assembly line. He took a big job and divided it into a series of smaller jobs. Now listen to these words from Mr. Ford. No one thing is particularly hard if you divide it into small jobs. So the next time you feel you have too much work with a project or an assignment, make it seem smaller by dividing your work in your big assignment into a lot of little assignments. Every time you check off one small job, you're that much closer to completing the project. So whether you are trying to complete a project, reach a goal, or move toward a dream, listen to the voice of experience and follow Mr. Ford's advice. With something to think about, this is Mr. Lodato. Mask up today as needed. Hats, hoods, and sunglasses off indoors. Then stay in your zones, put away your phones, and make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.